Hello, I'm Sophie Shulman, Deputy Administrator of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person, but I appreciate the invitation and the opportunity to speak about an issue close to all of our hearts: road safety. I commend the International Bridge, Tunnel, and Turnpike Association for establishing its first Global Road Safety Week and for launching the Be Safe Together campaign. This is a powerful reminder of the responsibility we all have to respect one another and drive safely. The numbers show us why everyone with a vested interest in our transportation system must work together on road safety. In 2022, 42,514 people lost their lives in crashes on America's roads. An additional 2.3 million people were injured, and more than 5.9 million crashes were reported to police. We frequently treat traffic fatalities as an abstraction or something we just hear on the news. But we cannot forget that behind every number is a person, an individual who leaves behind friends, family, neighbors, and a whole community who mourns their loss. And those who survive crashes often bear pain and suffering, economic costs, lost work and wages, and for many, lifelong physical reminders of their injuries. That's why we at NHTSA and the entire U.S. Department of Transportation have adopted the Safe System approach, which looks at all of the contributors to traffic fatalities and proposes both short and long-term solutions. The Safe System approach looks holistically at the entire transportation system to help prevent fatalities and reduce the severity of crashes that do occur. It recognizes that people make mistakes, but that those mistakes do not have to be fatal ones. The Safe System approach puts people first. For example, infrastructure, including roads and emergency services, should be designed and maintained to prioritize users' needs. The Safe System approach has equity at its center. It considers the needs of everyone on the road, not just drivers and passengers, but pedestrians, cyclists, children, motorcyclists, older Americans, and people with disabilities. The department has incorporated the Safe System approach as the foundation of its visionary national roadway safety strategy. It's the first step in working towards an ambitious long-term goal of reaching zero fatalities. We encourage everyone to consider the 5 key elements of the national roadway safety strategy: safer people, safer roads, safer vehicles, safer speeds, and post-crash care. All of these elements need to coexist for our transportation system to function safely for everyone. And your member organizations all have direct roles to play in helping to achieve these vital principles. NHTSA is doing everything possible to make our roads safer for everyone. Many of our efforts focus on risky driving behaviors, including alcohol and drug-impaired driving, speeding, distracted driving, and not wearing a seatbelt. All of these risky driving behaviors involve choice: the choice to drive too fast, to drive while impaired, to use a phone behind the wheel, and to not buckle up. Encouraging people to make smart, responsible choices can save lives, as you're doing through your Be Safe Together campaign. I also invite you to support and amplify our safety campaigns, which run through targeted times throughout the year. In fact, July 1st through July 7th is our alcohol and drug-impaired driving prevention campaign. You'll see various messages connected to this campaign, including buzz driving is drunk driving, if you feel different, you drive different, and drive sober or get pulled over. We want to remind everyone to celebrate the 4th of July responsibly and to arrive home safe and sound. We also remind drivers year-round to be on the lookout for emergency vehicles, including law enforcement, first responders, and second responders. Move-over laws are on the books in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. When you see flashing lights, move over and give these workers the space they need to stay safe. The same goes for construction zones and road workers. We want everyone to slow down and proceed carefully through work zones. We must make sure that construction workers, just like first responders, make it home safely at the end of the day. We want every son and daughter, friend and loved one, coworker and grandparent to be able to travel on our roads safely. No matter if you're in a car, on foot, on a bike, riding a motorcycle, using a wheelchair, or working alongside a road or in a toll booth, you deserve to be safe. We are glad to have IBTTA amplifying this important message, reminding everyone to be kind to one another on the roads and to drive safely. Everyone in the transportation space is bound together by a vision of the day when no one loses their life due to a traffic crash. We can make that day possible by working together, because there's nothing more important than saving lives. Thank you so much and stay safe.